Hey, check. As an artist, I'm heartless. Barbers can't part this. Historians mark this, and blazers gotta spark this. I am not the smartest, but see right through the darkness. They cautious from rockets, my carcass, my harness. Preaching to the daughters, speaking to my brothers. After I'm complete, I will teach it as a martyr. Keep my sword sharper for Dons and the Carters. Flow transportation that you really can't charter. Wordplay is harder. Used to go for Marta. Relling on the type of cheese I need is ricotta. Fleas never bother, they flee from the slaughter. Planted in your brain, grow a seed like a gardener. Build with my partners, suckers can't knock this. No carbon copy or a clone could try to mock this. Feel it from the hotness, crazy in the thoughtless. Wrestled underground but emerged very spotless. Hold on son, I got this, the way I cook it potless. Skill so nice I can spit it off the top list. Want me on the top list if certain rappers watch this. They'll shrivel up and probably feel a bit crotchless. Gimme, got this, pushes off your atlas. Flow so gorgeous, I put them in beauty pageants. Please stop the madness, don't need an ad-lib. Don't need the whips, big diamonds or a fat crib. Just give me fat kick, snare in a hat tip. And I'm out of here like a bear doing backflips. Game is asleep and I'm trying to rock the mattress. I don't think they ready for the shock and the massive. I am never passive, microphones I'm thrashing. Mountains get destroyed like cradles when they clashing. Easy on the action, scripting while relaxing. I don't call this rap, this is rapping at your passion.
This is bananas, this is bananas, this is bananas. This is bananas, this is bananas, this is bananas. This is bananas, this is bananas, this is bananas. This is bananas, this is bananas, this is bananas.
From the basement, moves pursued, I'm glued, the beats construed, my thoughts amused, the sheet confused, the streets subdued, the heat to frost the cost, I'm lost in sweets. Off these rhymes, conclude, we eat, them dudes the beat, no leash refuse like boobs the teeth, complete with nutrients, you dudes a week, you speak of jewels, schools, to lose the meat, when the meat look to me, for the jewel of the week. Whackness, practice, basketball, cause that is all that's left when them dudes raps involved, we crack your jaws. Latin malls, leave your girl's number in the men's back bathroom stall. Give your dad a call and have the guard to ask permission for his wife to teabag her balls. And that is all I have, so I have to pause for the hook. Now you can go and jack your balls.
This is bananas, this is bananas, this is bananas. This is bananas, this is bananas, this is bananas. This is bananas, this is bananas, this is bananas. This is bananas, this is bananas, this is
Send a letter bomb to your editor, personally describing a horror scene, blow your mind like the Predator. Sever your preconceptions by stating the facts. Them dudes laying the vocals, Gene Panay, sports talk, entertainment, news and politics, relationships, logical steps and common sense. Topics of conversation for the masses to connect. After the broadcast, give you reasons to reflect. Respect all opinions, but we're here to serve the core audience food for thought. Welcome to Furthermore.
What is what?
What up?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing today?
Good. How y'all feeling?
Hey, man. The week was the week.
The week was the week.
The week was the week.
The week was not for the week.
The week is never for the week.
That's true.
Okay, wordplay.
We living for the weekends. You living for the weekends?
I'm living for
every day.
I'm living for the strong ends.
I'm living for every day.
I'm living just enough for the city.
I knew it was coming.
Just enough.
What city?
Enough for the city or for the shitty. I'm gonna change this to the shitty.
You know,
living enough for the shitty.
What group was that?
I don't know. I think Stevie Wonder was singing that.
Oh, you're talking about the singing song. I'm hip hop. I'm sorry.
What song you referring to?
Hold on, you talking about the remix? I'm talking about Stevie
the original.
Wonder.
You're talking about the original.
That's how I remember it, Stevie. Who else did it?
I don't know the lyrics. I'm sorry.
Does anybody know? Does any Smoke? Do you know? Panay, do you know? Just enough for the city.
Didn't
that's satire.
What's his name? The Leverts, the brothers. Didn't they do that?
I'm still in hip hop. I'm sorry, y'all are
Gerald.
Y'all are away from my lane right now.
You talking about the original? You talking about hip hop?
They did it in New Jack City.
Gerald.
Wait, are y'all talking about the original or y'all talking about a remix?
I'm talking about a hip hop song.
What hip hop song you talking about?
Nobody knows except me, maybe.
No,
I don't like that.
I don't know. I started singing a Stevie Wonder song.
Nah, it wasn't Busta Rhymes.
Then tell us.
I'm about to say, can I hear it again? Because I straight zoned out. I didn't even hear what y'all was talking about the first time.
Just enough for the shit.
What is? Y'all don't remember the?
I remember the song, but I know it from Stevie Wonder. So that's why I'm like, who else was it?
Yeah.
What is it?
I know that song.
So what remix you talking about?
That's not it. Yes, no, that's not the one I'm talking about.
Let's not get us muted now.
Right.
Man,
all right, that's all we can give you.
We don't own that music. We do not own that music.
We do not own the rights to that music.
We enjoy it thoroughly, though.
We do.
We played it, so y'all do what y'all gotta do. Hey, let Stevie know we love him.
We love Stevie Wonder, right?
But that was Stevie Wonder.
This one is not giving up the information.
But I'm saying, I just wanted to give some time, though, to see if anybody knew what it was.
We do not.
Okay, it's Wu-Tang Clan.
Okay. I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna have to pull it out later on because I don't want to get muted anymore. But good call. So let's get started. Shout out my boy Young. He just got married.
Salute Young, Badao, man. Congratulations, man. Hey, man, why you playing? I wish we could see that picture again. Man, this dude is.
I might have to get him to. I might have to get him to okay it. If he okay it, then I might flash it one time. But he was in there looking boss.
If you, I promise you, if you did a music video,
Smoke, sing the song
in that outfit.
I gotta pay homage though,
bro.
But see,
Smoke gotta sing the song.
Ain't that the same reason why old boy got in trouble? Didn't Tiger just get in trouble in the West Coast for doing that doing that video in a fat Mexican suit?
Who?
Tiger.
What's a fat Mexican suit?
It was a video that he put out. I seen a clip of it. I don't really listen to it, but I seen the clip and he was dancing around and it's supposed to be like a churro or something like that and saying something and they found it very offensive.
So they found it offensive for somebody to. Was he mocking somebody?
He was mocking.
So he was mocking
his
somebody.
Representation.
But with what you were wearing, were you not owning what you were wearing and not mocking it? You would be using it as a status of this is how and who I am.
That's why I say I have to pay homage in doing that because I have to make sure that I do it correctly. I wouldn't just be out there dancing around in the right. Like.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the difference between you and entitled people, right? Entitled people feel like they can do anything, right?
Pretty much.
So with the entitled people being spoken about, let's talk about people who are in public office, who are entitled.
Think they can do what they want to do.
Who can do what they want to do.
How dare you? We need a how dare you right there.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Yes.
I'm getting there.
So according to some little bitty small town in Texas, Lubbock, I think is.
Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock, Texas. It might be even smaller than Lubbock.
Is it Lubbock or Lubbock?
I mean, the way you pronounce it, it might be Lubbock.
You gotta pull your spine up when you say you can't say that shit.
It hurts.
You gotta say
apologize to our Texas fans.
Apologize to Texas fans.
Yeah. We don't want y'all to feel
why they're close to Dallas.
Texas.
We don't want to get muted.
Lubbock, Texas. That might be how it is. Lubbock,
and that might be like 20 minutes away from Dallas.
Right outside of Abilene.
We gonna get muted and blurred.
blurred.
All right, so in Lubbock, Texas, go ahead.
So it's this lady who's a judge. And she's. Can we just run the clip? So I don't have to
run the clip.
Let's run the clip.
Run the clip.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us.
Tonight, the KCBD Investigates team has new information about the accusations that landed the Bailey County judge in jail.
As we have previously reported, the Palmer County Sheriff's Office arrested Sherry Harrison on 1 count each of official oppression, providing alcohol to a minor, and a criminal trespass.
KCBD investigative reporter Shaylee Sanders dug into court records to find the incident at a Little League game that led to the indictment.
In May of this year, Judge Sherry Harrison attended a game at the Muleshoe Little League baseball field. In this affidavit, a parent says Harrison was, quote, cursing regularly throughout the game and pushing kids out of the dugout to take the field. While in the dugout, the parent says Harrison repeatedly fell or stumbled over the kids, eventually stepping on one child's hand. This parent says she told Harrison to leave the dugout, but Harrison said she knew who the parent's partner was, and if the parent told her to leave one more time, she would personally make sure he would see jail time. The parent says Harrison went on to say she had that power and there was nothing the parent could do about it. The parent again asked Harrison to leave because she was not allowed in the dugout or on the fields because she didn't have a background check that Muleshoe Baseball League requires. The parent also claims Harrison was visibly drunk. That incident led to this criminal trespassing charge and this indictment. The Bailey County attorney has requested Harrison be removed from office, alleging incompetence, official misconduct, and habitual intoxication. We are continuing to investigate these allegations and will let you know what happens. Shaylee Sanders, KCBD, investigates.
KCBD.
So it wasn't Lubbock. Bailey.
It was Bailey, Texas.
Bailey County, Texas.
In Bailey County, Texas.
Wherever that is.
All right.
But the point is, she's entitled, clearly. She's got a public office and is using it at a Little League game to threaten parents.
Man,
that was the connection that I'm like, why?
Look, from
as a judge.
From a hood lectural point of view, this bitch crazy. Listen, you got a
How
position,
dare
you got a position of power. And you conducting yourself like this. This is what I'm talking about, negligent behavior. You're negligent. You put your name on the application. You're supposed to do your job. And again, it'd be some bullshit to go with it. But once you cross that line, it's almost like you Cersei.
But I do want to show.
Shame.
I do want to say
shame
this.
her. Shame.
Shame her.
Shame. She should walk the shame.
Shame.
I'm talking about the full shame. The mountain. They should send the mountain in there with her. Shame.
So without looking at race bias, right? Because
without looking at race bias,
without looking at race bias, I want us to be.
Where's the race bias? She had a clean slate before I knew she was out here violating.
Right.
She was doing her job. She was a great judge. They got her up there. She's supposed to be serving out justice.
Which I'm sure comes with the whole entitlement of it to continuously do that, and I'm pretty sure. But that's what I'm
saying. To even have your thought process beforehand, we was talking about Tiger just did what now?
He offended a group of individuals, and
by doing what?
By wearing a suit
as an entertainer.
Yes.
What was the suit?
So
the suit, it was a fat churro. So like, you know how
a churro.
Yeah.
You know what a churro is, right? Okay.
Yeah.
A fat churro.
Yeah.
What's a fat churro?
Tiger in the suit. That is what it was. Tiger in the suit running around. Like it's just.
But from as an entertainer.
But that does not mean that when you're an entertainer, you're not going to get slapped in your mouth.
I mean, I wholeheartedly.
Wife's name out your mouth. Certain coaches and people feel like that. At whatever point somebody was sparked by what they seen Tiger do and had enough time, enough energy, and enough audacity to get up and make something happen.
Right. So that was like Mexican blackface.
Exactly.
Right.
I didn't know how to
Okay.
quite describe it.
I mean, I like
more
that.
So as an entertainer aspect with,
but that's why I'm saying and she's not an entertainer.
Exactly.
Right.
She has a position of power.
Right.
So and somebody's usage of this position of power for such a minute thing as a Little League game.
And that's the
Can
problem.
you imagine what she's doing with the major things?
The abuse.
Right.
That's the problem. You can still be human. I understand you out here cussing them out and being a passionate parent. I'm sorry, being a passionate parent, but you can't. Now you're gonna start throwing your power or your position and this and that. If you're gonna be an asshole and you want to be a citizen, be a citizen. When you got to deal with business,
separate the two.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
so I wanted to talk about this in particular because what happens when that power is above you?
What do we do as the people when that power is above us?
That's the exact same thing that has Black people oppressed in the country.
It's accountability, though.
But that's why I wanted to show because if that's one little spot in Texas, you don't think that's happening across?
Come on, man.
Of course.
Already know.
Of course. And we're in a whole different state. Like, of course, that's going on here as well. It's just, it's just televised and it's For some people, they're being fed up, and in some moments,
holding people accountable for it.
Pretty much,
it goes
it's a lot of things. We're in a different media culture where we're able to record something. You can go and search for that person. More likely on Facebook, they have their company. It's like, some things are going to go in emotion really quickly. And I think even in that moment, how she abused her power, and then her being visibly drunk. So I'm like, okay, how many other cases? How many other situations did you not have sound decisions?
Now we're getting to the point, because if you're a judge and you're intoxicated behind the bench,
right,
you're not making logical decisions. And if you already have a bias, that's why I wanted to bring the bias in after this.
Everything got to be scrutinized.
Everything has to be scrutinized.
Got to be looked at.
Basically,
because now she could traffic stop. Oh, I seen him. He cut me off. And now that you're behind the. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how big Bailey County is.
I don't know how often you drinking.
If people coming forward, like you said, like she's a judge, like
anything.
Not everybody
you could be in a grocery store and you jumped the line. You jumped in line before I did, and she could now feel some kind of way about that little bitty thing. And then you get in front of her in court. It's a wrap. Like you,
it's a wrap. Not only when you get in front of her in the court, but she's at a position to where she can walk you into the court.
That's what I'm saying. That's what she did. That's what she did.
Your face,
right.
And that's what I'm saying. Your name, your face. Okay, one of the deputies or whoever else. It could be somebody who got an honest heart. They just doing their job because they got a command. So when they talk about defunding the police, when they had that whole situation, I don't say defund. You just got to start holding people more accountable.
Right.
You got to check. You got to check and balance and make sure. Not only are you hiring the best people that you can, but you also giving these people the support that they need, because that is a stressful job out there.
Right.
I'm sure.
Stressful job. They got to deal with a lot and put themselves in the way of that. So you gotta make that balance when you're using the funds. Don't defund them, but you also got to do a lot of shit to fix that. I'm sorry.
Right.
I was getting passionate about that.
But you're right though.
I hate all this murder going on. I hate it. I do. As an artist, as a person, it's just crazy.
So let's
killing each other.
So let's segue that then, because on the other side of that,
I had to get that out.
You did, and you're about to get some more out too. Because the next
who else on that bullshit around the world? Show me the next.
The next. It's not even that. It's people who might have looked like us are set free because of somebody's caught abuse of power, which is the text messages that some place in, I think it's California. Smoke, is it California?
That's what we in. We in the media.
You talking about them cops over?
Yeah, them cops.
Yeah, it's in Torrance, California.
So whatever that is, some police officers sent some new racist text revealed Torrance cops talked about hurting and killing black suspects.
Listen, open text messages. That's what I was just saying. Like, we in the new media where everything, you can locate everything.
It says more than a dozen police officers were caught texting about black people in California.
Not surprised.
At all.
About killing black people.
I'm not surprised.
So now imagine if that's the case, do they lose their jobs?
That's what I'm like, because and what is it legally called? Premeditated murder? Because if you happen to, like, you saying black people, so if you arrest and kill a black person, you done already said that's what you wanted to do.
That's what I'm saying.
That's treason. That's you're setting yourself up for treason. You are making an attack on American soil against a group of people.
Right.
You're trying to act out genocide. Am I right or am I wrong?
I mean,
I'm not
in a sense.
Yeah.
I mean, so why do they not treat that, even the Ku Klux Klan? Why isn't somebody on their ass?
I don't know if that's treason.
Treason is
against the government.
I mean,
but that would follow more along the lines of domestic terrorism.
Terrorism. Thank you for cleaning that up. That's what I was thinking, but I just kept thinking treason because I thought it was some treasonous shit. When you plot,
I mean, we in a democracy. I don't know if it's called treason in a democracy. Is it?
You plot against
treason in a democracy?
People out here trying to help you. I think it's treasonous activity for them to be texting behind our backs. Somebody gonna do us something, and we ain't even fucking with them. What are we doing in California? What's going on?
So I think in context of the article, after reading the article, one of the officers was like, this girl's brother or somebody got murdered.
Right.
And they're bringing up the news media saying that these people are going to be protesting in front of the police station.
Okay.
So the officer says something to the extent of pistol polishing party at my house tonight.
Oh yeah.
Like,
That's cold. That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's not
Like,
even a
Pistol
funny.
polishing party.
Pistol polishing party. Like what?
That's not even a funny joke.
No.
Not even in no context other than you got some shit on your mind.
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
That's
So
it.
if that is your thought process and you are behind this badge, you are the authority of that badge.
Right.
Just like that judge is the authority of that gavel. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That is her position. And if she's behind there making decisions for people's livelihood because of how she feels,
Right.
police officers making
No
decisions
man
based
should
off
have
of what
all
they
that
feel.
power.
Now, if
Okay, Kanye.
if he would have, and see again,
They shouldn't.
because it's all context.
I'm
and
just saying.
it's all who he was sending it to. Because everybody got their way of talking. I'm not playing devil's advocate because either way it go
So how does the checks and balance system go for that judge?
That's what I'm saying.
for the judge.
She still has her job.
You have to clean. You have to clean.
I was like, who checks the judge when you're at that particular level? Who checks the judge for their behavior? Like,
Right. Are there police up there?
Nobody can. But what they can do
but
is
then she has the power to threaten the police officers. Technically,
No, but I'm saying like not police, but who's policing that
Her.
position? That's what
Right.
I'm saying. What you're saying, there are no police up there.
no one man should have all that power.
listen. I know.
There are no police up
I know
there.
what it should be with how they handle that. But
Because to get
again,
up there to that power, you're a representation of that county.
who's the next man
And the
over
people
here?
and the people put you up. The
Right.
actually the governor really.
Somebody has to look at their paperwork and their files. Somebody has to be monitoring. It has to be a buffer, like somebody who says, "Let me check every 10 cases you have. We got to do an evaluation. We got to look at your shit, make sure everything was consistent. You wasn't, how your week was going. You
Yeah,
wasn't broke.
That should go up to the
finances."
governor, to the state senator.
Actually, maybe because that's county, right?
Yeah,
Somebody should be over.
Whoever's over that county should be.
right. So then, is it the county and then the state?
Because it's a county.
Hold on. Can we go to our political expert?
Governor.
What is the hierarchy of where this judge
do you
lies
know?
and who's
Yeah.
above that judge?
Actually, I really don't know.
Okay, can you do a little
But
bit of
I'm
research
thinking,
and check it out?
Aren't judges voted in?
Judges are voted in,
So it's the people that have to get them out.
right? But that's what I'm saying. If
So
During an election cycle, but as far as a particular incident, I don't know. I don't know if a judge can be recalled. I'll look into it though.
is that something like impeachment, where they have to file
Right.
papers to get them out of the office?
I'm pretty sure it's that type of paperwork process.
Because the way I'm thinking of this, the way I'm looking at this, right? If the people
Voted you in.
voted you in, we
People-
have to wait until voting time to vote her out. What if they don't vote her out?
And that's the problem. That's the problem, and that's where we at right now.
Oh my God, man!
People
Clean
be
her up.
like there, and that be the accountability of the county too. Because then it's up to you. It's just like, don't just wave it off. It's like, oh, okay, that was that incident some months ago. She probably changed from now. We don't want to do that.
Says-
Like, if you did it once, you can do it again.
It says federal judges can be removed through impeachment by the House of Representatives and conviction in the Senate. But I'm still trying to see about local judges.
But even a local judge, though, like it doesn't matter what level they're at. That's power. It doesn't matter if you're influencing the country or if you're influencing your town. That power is corrupted. That
is.
power is corrupt.
Period.
So you have to shake down everybody.
I'm talking about every single judge in there, not just her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know, but it still has to start in the lower levels too. Again, how do you build a RICO case? You cannot go and aim at the judge because the judge has such a protecting around. It's hard to see what they're doing. You cannot see what the judge is doing. So you got to go and mess with the troops out there on the street, rough them up, give them a little bit of pressure.
It says
and you get somebody to talk.
It says state
You gotta
judges
clean all that shit up.
It says state judges can be impeached and removed from office by the state legislators.
State judges.
Right. Basically local judges.
Okay.
Opposed to federal judges.
So they can be impeached.
Yes.
We used to rotate out judges to different counties.
Man, these people getting a paycheck. Stop.
You know how they do managers in particular
yes,
locations?
I do.
Where they rotate out
I'm in
men.
Buford right now.
I just
They
learned
should
something
rotate
new.
out judges. Because a judge in one county and a judge in another county, I want to see.
For all the judiciary,
That's the right wording. Good job.
scholars out there, because I just learned something. So the same Supreme Court that houses how many judges?
I think it's 12.
Well,
The United States Supreme Court? Or local?
It's 9 or 12.
I
Something
don't
like
know,
that.
but I was going to tie it because that's what I was saying. I think I just learned without y'all telling me something. Just click. I got another brain wiggle. So you mean to tell me that the same way that the whole country Supreme Court is ran, it coincides with state and local judges, so they got their own clique and nobody can tell them what to do? They gotta vote themselves out. Is that what you're telling me?
No, once the federal judges get placed, they're there until they die.
Okay, the federal ones. Now, what about the
Federal
local ones?
No, the local ones are getting voted in by the people.
The people. So how many judges? Is it a minimum or a maximum? How many judges they got?
I don't know. I don't know how many seats there are.
So how many are at the
Bailey County, maybe.
Yeah, where she's at.
I don't know. I didn't do that. I didn't dig that deep for.
But that I mean, I wasn't expecting you to. But now when we're talking about resolution, we got to dig that deep because, like you said before, just a second ago, if she's that foul, somebody else got to be that foul.
I mean, that's very
Birds of a feather.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think for smaller counties, it's literally like one judge. Because I know, like, even for Clarkston here, like, it's one court, it's one judge. But so for some counties, like Fulton or DeKalb, is multiple judges in there.
But Clarkston is a city.
I know that.
So the city within has their own judges too.
Right.
So if a city judge, and that's at Bailey County, that's like a DeKalb County judge.
Right.
So there's multiple of them.
Yeah, but then you got your state. So then your state has a whole level of, it's not just one judge of the state. Is it? I'm thinking it's a panel. That's why I say like the Supreme.
Let's look.
Can't hear you.
Let's see.
You're on the other side.
Judges of state.
Because there's a level up and there's a level down, like, of how they connect.
We're doing some recon.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a president judge.
There's a president judge
Of
the county.
I'm looking at Georgia.
So there's a president judge of the county or president judge of the state.
Furthermore,
It says, "Welcome to the Council of State Court Judges of Georgia, established in 1998. The council supports the judges of these unique trial courts of limited jurisdiction in 73 counties."
it's not giving an exact.
It's not given an exact.
So now it's time. No, we in resolution mode. That's fine. We can't get the answer right now. But what we can do is now we got a starting point for those who can get that information. For those who are within that organization to say, hey, I might not have the voice to do it, but if I can talk to this person, then maybe we can clean this shit out.
Right.
I mean,
But
not
then
saying it's going to be.
So then, but how do you clean somebody's mind state to where they're not operating out of
Greed.
But for this lady, it's not greed. That's just
Entitlement.
Greed,
that's
but
entitlement. Yeah.
Right.
It's a greed of power.
I mean,
She-
well, then
You
that's
can't change somebody else's mindset, but you can only change what you do. So this is like the actions that the people may need to take in whatever route to get that person out of office.
right.
But it also is like, their connection. Because when you a judge, like, you work with a lot of different officers inside of the court.
right.
So it's that connection with that too. So even though that judge and their connection is corrupt, it's like, how is their connection with the officers in that community? So it's all of that and how it trickles
Well, then
and,
that's
and opens
systematic.
and open. Right.
So at this point,
Always.
do we know
Always.
if anybody, if there's no criminal charges been brought to her?
No, not yet.
Right.
Not that we know of. That's
Right,
that's
when-
what was my original thing. Like, how is the checks and balance on this? Because who brings criminal
Right.
charges
Right.
to this person?
To this person and holds them accountable, because then that person needs to be checked too. It
Well,
go all
I
the way
mean-
up the chain.
So certain judges, like, if we have the governor and the senator of the state, like, ultimately over the whole state that we vote in, shouldn't they get involved and stuff like that? 'Cause it's
That's
part
what
of the
I'm. That's
state.
what I'm thinking. They should.
They,
If it's in their benefit and depending on
Right.
how beneficial.
it's like
this-
if you
this
run the
judge
whole
is.
entire state, that's the aspect of your state. You should be getting involved somewhere in there.
But you got to look at how long she's been in
Right.
that network, because just excommunicado on her, it might be the answer, but you can't do that because you got to consider who she's connected with.
Right.
She might got, a few other judges locally or in the next city or whatever who she cool with, and they pulling strings now. Well,
they pulling strings because all will be political.
Pulling strings,
and that's the thing. So when the string pullers don't hold themselves accountable, or when the string pullers aren't held accountable, then now you're starting to see things. That's why I say at some point in time she must have felt big in her britches to come out and be drunk.
Well, she been 2000
judging people.
She been in that position for 17 years.
I know, but she's just
17
come out.
years.
She's just come out and threatened somebody with her job.
But
now,
we can have entitlement that go larger up than we believe, because it's a lot of
that's what
a lot
I'm
of
saying.
times, like, their funding can go into their money, and their funding can go into something else that's tied in to the state. Like, so that might be why we don't have governors and those people higher up get involved. Sometimes those counties, especially if it's a county, like, you can imagine that for us here, DeKalb County, Fulton County, Gwinnett County, like those large 5-6 counties. And we got hundreds of counties inside of this state, but like between them 5-6 counties and the majority of votes that it brings,
right? That's what I'm saying. So
if somebody else need to come forward and be like, "Yep, she's harassed me or said some shit to me that rubbed me the wrong way or made me feel like I had to." And then if you can build a case off that and you get enough people, and then you can start looking at cases, you can look at case paperwork, everything that's been filed.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about that in comparison to like Texas. I don't know where Bailey, Texas is at, but that could be
Bailey,
county.
Texas.
But it could be a county similar to the ones I just named, where
it's small.
That's where Bailey County is.
But see,
that's where Bailey County is.
But
it's next to whatever state that is.
Boop. What is that? I feel respect. Is it Nevada? Arizona?
I think that's Arizona.
It's Arizona.
Arizona is.
That is Arizona.
Yeah.
It is.
Right off to the left.
Yeah.
And then Colorado up over to the right.
That's special. Yeah, it is.
But yeah, depending on the funding that they have, that's the only way that they can do that. Like, because even doing that type of research or that type of bringing up those type of
that close to the border like that could spill over to the next state, can it? Because we probably have some businesses that are like close to that border.
Right.
Always goes higher.
That's why I'm trying to. The level of depth into this is like now you have to look.
Power up.
Y'all saying
the whole
follow the money
and all the branches.
Y'all saying follow the money.
Well, that's what they said on the wire.
Follow the money trail.
But that's what I'm saying. With the connections there, I'm saying in order you have to see that if that county that she's in is underfunded and they're claiming that they don't have any money, then now you can verify why there's some corruption going on, because they need a lot of man hours they can account for to look through all of this paperwork, to do all of this background check. If they say they don't have the budget for it, then that's one thing. That's funding. If they say that, oh, okay, well, we got all this money hidden here when you look at our books, then now you can show the line of corruption, because it's about greed.
So I think like the next step.
But if that's all it boils down to is corruption, how do you root that out? How and who roots that out? Who? Because if you look at what our country is right now,
root it out, they would have to build a case.
All of that.
They have to
Everybody
build.
want the greed.
Yeah, you have to build.
Everybody want. Have y'all seen Hunk for Jesus?
No,
I just watched it today.
Oh, the sticker.
Hilarious.
Right.
Nah, the one.
We'll talk about that when we come right back.
Yeah.
It all started with a vision, a hustle, a grind, discipline, dedication, faith, and loyalty. Sophisticated savage, the brand, the lifestyle. It's just different.
Hi, I'm Jeff Jones of Glory Elite Detailing. I've been coming to Yeager's now for over 10 years. The products here are awesome. It has helped to really build my business, sustain my business, and help me provide customers with great products such as heavy-duty interior, the Jaeger's tire dressing, the wash and wax, the all-purpose cleaner, the high-gloss dressing. All is great. The customer service here is great. Al Carter, the owner, he's helped to actually strengthen me as an entrepreneur, help build me, give me pointers. So I thank Jaeger's as an institution to help build entrepreneurs like myself at Glory Elite Detailing.
And if you guys aren't able to make it to the store, we'll be looking forward to you on the road. Service in Olive, Georgia. See you soon.
Hi, welcome to the Juicy Crab. Come on in. Welcome back, y'all. But I do want to say this first off. I just watched a fire commercial from Paramotor Visual.
Yo.
Shout out Paramotor videos or visuals for all the videos they're putting out of here. Like
Paramotor visuals
is moving, man. Like
all that in the commercials.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's they
that
work.
was the Sophisticated Savage joint. That was the Jaeger's joint, and they did a Juicy Crab commercial.
All my music videos.
All your music videos.
All my music.
All of them.
All
my work. Everything. I don't go to nobody else.
Paramotor visuals.
For
all your multimedia needs.
I'm still waiting on that Star Wars video smoke, but we're going to talk about that when we get the right song ready. Yeah, we'll do that. Then we got cartoons. Smoke ill on the cartoon. We already gave shout out and love. We did that off the camera, but shout out to our staff before we get back in it. Everybody working so hard on these good Sundays to come and bring you some talk. You need to be in church though. But let church be wherever your church is.
That's
or wherever you are.
See, people will take part of it because they'd have been like, they start talking shit when I ain't in church. People be so quick to jump on your words. The way you gotta listen.
Right.
Yeah.
2 ears, 1 mouth, right? You told me that.
2 nostrils.
Breathe deep.
Gotta smell deeper than you talk to.
And you gotta smell what the rock is cooking. This nigga ain't in the kitchen for no reason. Come on.
All right. So abuses of power.
Abuses of power. There's different forms of it. We got to have checks and balances in everything we do. Like, I mean, everything needs to be restructured or looked at or combed through and just updated. You know, you think about the world and what is built. Our plumbing needs updated. Our architecture needs updating because there's a lot of stuff that's grown a little weak.
Out of date.
Little cracks. Out of date. Needs to be updated. Everything needs to be updated. There's a harvest time. Every year is new crops. It's not the same. You've grown in the same place, same soil, but everything is new. That season is new. Everything. So checks and balances. We got.
Yeah, we got other types of abuses of power and how that might relate to entertainment.
So, if one aspect is corrupt, doesn't one aspect influence another?
Yes.
But these are allegations. These aren't proven. This lady actually has witnesses against stating.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so, I know the R. Kelly situation is old, but he has video of the things that he was accused of doing. Right?
Well, it was such poor quality. I mean, it's just hard. It's hard. I mean, then look, I'm thinking they were making Hollywood movies back then. They were able to do not CGI, but they were able to do plaster and all of this bullshit.
So you saying that it might have, oh, you know what?
He was in R. Kelly's location, maybe something like that, but
I would not be commenting on this R. Kelly situation.
I couldn't sit on the stand
and say that was R. Kelly.
With my eyes. I might not have 28 vision. So I think I got 20/20.
So was it Kim Kardashian with Ray J?
I don't know because I don't be watching celebrity sex taste like that. I just think that's
It was.
I mean, that's everybody else's fetish, but I don't.
I'm just asking.
that was
for,
definitely
when I
it was the two of them, right?
when I seen stills and everything, and it's like they showed him, he looking like this, like he just had a cup of noodles, and
What?
I seen that still. You know, I thought they were spooning vertically. They were vertically spooning.
Okay.
Subway sandwich spooning.
Okay.
So I thought that might have looked like him, but again, that wasn't.
Wait,
I ain't seen no footage.
wasn't Jared accused of what? Wow, that was dope.
You said Jared?
Jared.
Subway.
Subway. Wasn't
Jared.
he? Wasn't he? A
Yeah,
pedophile?
he's incarcerated right now.
For how much time he doing?
Oh, so he
For putting his finger in them
He did that
sandwiches.
shit.
He was
Fresh.
putting his meat.
Nasty ass.
He was definitely putting his meat somewhere.
Nasty ass.
But
He wasn't playing. It was kids he was playing with, right?
that's what I'm saying. It was kids, right?
Oh, this bastard! Somebody
So-
kick him in the ass while he in. Oh wait, because I think I can.
How
I can
dare
get-
you?
I can get in trouble for that because then they'll be looking at me like I'm kingpin. I'm able to make shit happen from out here.
His booty gonna be 8 fresh.
No, but if that's the case, then George Zimmerman is still walking.
He gonna be taking them $5 footlongs.
Right.
Woo,
He
stop
said
it.
he ate fresh.
That was a yard, my nigga. That was a yard. You
Don't kick him in the ass on my account.
God.
Do not kick him in the ass on my account. I am not asking anybody to do
But-
that if they're
but-
close enough to him. Don't do
But,
that.
but that's what I'm saying. If we have that much power, right? If we have that much power, then George Zimmerman shouldn't still be walking.
I mean, you
But he
have that.
still is.
You have that in suggestiveness. So that's what they try to say with words, or when they try to hold music as, oh, he out here rapping about it. So that's what he doing, because you can be suggestive. That's what they were trying to say with NWA. NWA was inspiring people to say fuck the police. That's what they were saying.
But
They
you
were
have
saying.
freedom to do that.
I
Right.
know, but this is what they were saying. They were saying.
Who's they? Who's they?
NWA.
Look,
Who's
whoever
they?
the day is, the day could be whoever
There's power. They is the power.
that power changes. Not one person is holding it, but from day to day, that power changes. That power is shown. That power is flexed, like the judge did. The judge flexed her powers that day, which she thought she had. What made her feel like she was like that? That is the power that suggestiveness caused.
Untouchableness.
Exactly. So I'm tied together. Y'all still with me, right?
We
Still
still same page.
I ain't talking too fast. Y'all not
No,
sleeping there, y'all.
they with you.
Just
Okay,
listening.
we with you.
we got the fan blowing now, so we in the wind right now.
Right.
So
Okay.
Melting.
with that suggestive talk,
Okay.
they can say you are responsible for the revolution.
Right.
You are the cult leader, and whatever the shit is going on and
Okay.
going down, or whatever occurred. You do have to be careful. I'm not saying censor yourself. Say whatever you feel, but do know
Oh, I know my words could be used against me.
they could be used against you, but that's not the thing. Somebody can feel such a way to where they want to do something about it. That's the world we live in. I think me, Panay, and Smoke, you say it all the time. Yeah, you can say whatever you want to say, but that don't mean that they not gonna want to punch you in your shit.
Yes, the family creed.
You know,
the family
I
creed.
mean, that don't mean
You're
that.
not
So
exempt from the consequences.
You're
Exactly. My actions are my actions.
just because
and
he
I
said-
am responsible
he
for
said
the
it so
consequences
passionately. He said
of
it
those
so
actions.
passionately. He said, "Fuck the Cowboys" so passionately, and I felt threatened. And the Dallas Cowboy come find Mr.
Yeah,
Buffalo, man.
but Bill's Mafia is deep, bro.
See, now you being more suggestive.
Bill's Mafia is. I am.
See.
Bill's Mafia is deep.
And they gonna be looking at your business, combing through. You ain't learned nothing from Franklin St. Patrick. I call him Franklin St. Patrick. Franklin St. Patrick. What, you crazy? The way Frank been rocking out in Snowfall. That's Frank St. Patrick.
Yo,
That
I had to look something up real quick because we were talking about Jared from Subway.
Somebody already kicked him in the ass.
You know, California is they're always coming up with new things. Had Jared been arrested today, he might would have gotten off because California. Well, a professor over at California.
He was getting off the whole time.
Right. Wasn't he though?
But boom.
How dare you?
Wait. That's a good one. No, I mean can you give me one more drum roll?
I felt you.
Right.
No, I
Yo,
like
but
that.
seriously, a professor over there who's actually is going to be resigning, proposing that pedophiles not be labeled as pedophiles, but as minor attracted persons. That's what they're
Look
trying
at my mouth.
Say that one more time.
Weirdos.
That was the sourest piece of news.
Yeah.
That was the sour news. I take because my face is.
I just put it out there because
I don't know if it's mad.
There's because now we have a new marginalized group of people, because pedophile.
Oh man,
is a derogatory term against minor attracted people.
Listen, remember
minor attracted,
and somebody might remember this conversation. Remember when they made those newly improved sex dolls? And they
I don't.
Listen, it was 2013, 15, somewhere around there. A lot of shit was going on because a lot of shit was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And they had these new sex dolls, and then it was a whole little spin, and it was like, yeah, men was like, yeah, we ain't gonna need women. Y'all got dildos. Now we gonna have sex dolls, such. Nobody remember this conversation?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, so you remember when at that point they was already creating an agenda because somebody had said, well, what if you can just give pedophiles kid sex dolls?
Right.
Would that alleviate and would that
Right. I think that they actually made
who makes the kid wait.
Yeah,
see
maybe
but again furthermore
what they were trying to do
get in
was
it.
come up with a way to
avert
press them actually messing with physical kids,
right,
with human being children. So they made these children sex.
Who made?
No,
something
was
castration.
Nobody
does that
did
too,
it.
by the way.
Part right there.
Nobody did it. But the mindset was, if you're trying to eradicate a problem,
I get the idea. Please do not do the execution.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because it's like if you feel that way, you want to just get them off the planet, send them all to the moon. Matter of fact, Elon Musk, we got your first shipment of Mars colonizers.
There's no company should ever touch the creation.
Yeah, no,
of
because
making
that's
that.
what happened to America.
I know.
Remember, that's what happened to America. They
But
tried to
America
penal colony. They tried to penal colony this place.
Listen, America isn't the place that's going to be manufacturing these
Handmaid's
dolls.
Tale.
Where do we get all our shit from? And I'm not calling out no specific culture, but of course,
Japan.
in certain different places, child pornography.
I guess we are.
It's their custom.
Damn.
It's their custom. It's something that they do, and it might not even be child pornography, but they might ordain marriages at a younger age than what we would consider legal here. So
No, there's a state right now that you could legally marry at 13 years old.
What state is that?
It sure is.
I don't know what state it is, but I'm sure.
I'm about to say we attack at dawn.
You bringing Lucille smoking, Lucille swinging over his head.
Is that for real though? Is there
I'm
really
pretty sure in the state, in
It is.
United
Look it
States,
up.
there probably is a
marry the
city
youngest.
or a town or a state. Yeah, that it's.
World Population Review.
Excuse me.
Massachusetts has the lowest minimum marriage age with parental consent of 14 years old for boys and 12 years old for girls.
What in the House of Dragon is going on?
Massachusetts. So again,
What in the House of Dragons is going on?
I'm not.
Now you see why I hate Patriot fans?
How dare you?
How dare you?
We was in total agreement of the Cowboys. Now you'd have just really been.
I mean,
But
he's
you see
leaning.
what happens in
See
Massachusetts?
the arrangement.
They're patriots. They're free to do what they want to do, and marry a 12-year-old
First of all,
girl is part of
I said
Massachusetts'
that
way
area
of.
up there.
Massachusetts.
I'm
We
from
need somebody. We need
Connecticut. I said
somebody
I'm-
from
I'm over there.
Massachusetts need to say something because
Something.
I know.
No,
I
that's
got
probably why they moved away.
I got fam up in Massachusetts. I'm gonna have to reach out to them afterwards. I
Out
do.
in Boston.
Nah, that's
Nah, I don't disclose.
It's
they
not
up
Boston.
there though.
That's New Yorkers
somewhere.
No,
That's what
I'm
New Yorkers
sorry.
say. New Yorkers
I
say
can't do
Boston. Bostonites say Boston. That's disgusting.
The
Just
Tea
like they
Party.
say
Is that why it was
It
going?
was because the Tea Party.
In a car.
And who?
That's how
Are
they say
you or
car.
are
That's how
you
they
not
say it.
a knock?
No,
Yep.
Mark.
Just like that.
Y'all being real offensive.
Was that Leonardo DiCaprio?
That was Mark. That's Mark Wahlberg, wasn't
We took
it?
it from Texas to Massachusetts today.
We walking the states
y'all ain't
down.
never seen y'all ain't never seen The Heat with Sandra Bullock and
Not
what was
Pacino.
it, Jennifer McCartney.
Yeah. I don't recall it. I seen it once.
The Boston family was like, "Are you or are you not a knock?"
Yeah, I remember that.
Not a K-N-O-C-K.
I thought you was talking about Heat. I thought you was talking about
movie
Heat with
Nah,
Pacino
Val
and
Kilmer and Al Pacino and Robert De Niro.
De Niro.
Nah,
Yeah,
bro, that was
Yo,
Heat.
Listen,
Because see, Sandra Bullock was a narc. a narc. You know what I'm saying? They was like, are you not a narc?
Yeah, but that's what they said.
It's a movie with Mark Wahlberg where he's from Boston. He's doing that accent. I think he's
That's where he's from.
Oh, my bad.
Wait a minute. Mark Wahlberg, entertainer from Massachusetts.
Don't do that.
He do a lot of movies with. He just did a movie with Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I said don't do that.
I saw that on. It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah,
all right.
It was pretty decent.
Dirk Diggler.
No, it was
wasn't
funny.
Dirk. Oh, he sure was Dirk.
Yeah, that was like his early career.
That was early career.
Diggler. I didn't make it through that whole movie as a kid.
What was his early career before movies?
What you mean? He was a rapper.
Marky
Mark and the Funky Bunch.
I was gonna say, I
Feel the vibration.
Yep. Feel the vibration.
I knew that.
Feel the vibration.
Mark, you're filthy.
I knew that and you didn't know that.
Mark, you filthy.
They said
Your
he
whole
wasn't-
career has been real filthy.
He wasn't quite good enough to be a new kid on the block. He had to be.
Yeah.
He was like a cousin or some shit like that.
I'm a peacock.
His brother.
Fly.
It's like 5 of them. Like
His
they-
brother.
I think it was his brother.
His brother was in New Kids on the Block.
Yeah.
I think he was.
What is his brother? What is his brother now?
They all are part of that,
Wahlburgers.
Like, yeah, the Wahlburgers, like that.
Man, so one was a rapper and went into films. The other one was a singer and went into films.
Yeah, and another one went into like being a chef and like
Yeah, he was a food. He's a foodie.
I didn't know this.
Donnie is on a show called Blue Bloods.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Shout out
He's a
to
cop.
Blue
He's a
Bloods.
cop, yeah.
Donnie Wahlberg.
Oh, Wahlburgers is really big.
Wahlburgers is really bad. I think Shaq owned the Wahlburgers.
What?
I think so.
I think so too. I think I heard that, but I didn't associate it with the Wahlberg, with Mark and them.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
So back to this 12-year-old thing. This kid actually was 7, who was suggestively told by supposedly Tiffany Haddish, and allegedly.
Aries Spears. Aries Spears did a great impersonation of Pacino and
he does great impersonations.
Yeah.
So is he
That's his artistry.
was he impersonating a pedophile?
I don't know what was the context. What was he doing? So they said
allegedly.
All right.
He
does Aries look like he touched kids?
No, he's got facial hair.
I just hear what's his name? Peter Griffin when I look at his face.
I'm done with you, yeah.
He laughs and ventriloquist. He don't even move his face when he.
Yo, Aries, you do like a black.
He look like a black Peter Griffin right now.
He really do that.
Look at him, and he talks like this. Starts nostrils.
Oh my God!
Hey, yo, he fried Lizzo though.
Oh yeah, he did. Everybody, I mean, listen, that's what we do as black people. People need to stop.
Fry folk.
Hey, black folk, y'all need to start taking it
Right,
personal.
right back.
Right, Lizzo gave him heat back. So I mean, that's what we
Nah,
do.
she didn't give him heat.
She did.
She literally came up there the next day and tweeted that was not directed to Aries Spears. It was directed to all of her haters.
Come on, man. Aries Spears was at the top.
Retrack it,
He was at the
if
top.
you retrack it,
Look,
if it ain't directed, it ain't respected.
every
Listen,
week,
you can indirectly, directly.
If it ain't directed,
every
it ain't
week,
respected.
Nah,
every week,
it might not be respected, but he throughout the whole interview just breathing all hard and heavy. I'm like, you attacking a person like that you are.
But he didn't lie.
And from his perspective and from a lot of y'all perspectives. Like, but it,
a lot of y'all, meaning who?
a lot of people perspective that like
meaning who
absolutely agree with him.
I just want to hear somebody say that.
I want to say like y'all.
I want to hear somebody say that she doesn't look like a shit emoji naked.
Nah, I mean,
I wanna hear
with
somebody-
a wig on, if you put a wig on it or some hair on it, but I mean, I could see from a distance. If I was just, no.
Nah.
I'm saying, I've seen
She was
Lizzo.
built like a plate of mashed potatoes.
Nah, you don't put nobody builds mashed potatoes that high. First of all, that's just a waste. You planning your food. Then them
So
people
like
be
mashed
scoping
potatoes,
mashed
but just not that high.
No, Lizzo is beautiful. I'm saying, for everybody who know, I've been loving Big Girl for a long time. Lizzo is good folks in my book to go with, but I'm not making no passes or nothing. I'm just saying.
He did say she was pretty.
She's pretty. Lizzo's pretty, and she's talented, and she's
Confidently aware of herself.
Confidence is the sexiest part of her to me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He said all of that.
What?
He said all those things, that she was pretty, that she was talented.
But he cannot roast her. Everybody could be roasted, and again, I understand. I don't
disagree with that.
Again, I think it's the fans. It's the fans who make all of this.
Because he was so far left with the question. I think they were like asking about her music in her career.
Yeah.
So it's just like how she look and everything went like so far left of her image.
He said on Vlad, I saw him on Vlad last night, and he said that there were parts of that interview where he was going in on himself as well.
Yeah.
That they didn't air.
And again, that can be considered, but even without, how I look at it is they both get exposure. Yeah, some feelings may be hurt, and then again, that's not a situation where he can call Lizzo and be like, "Hey, Lizzo, I'm about to go in on you. Let's make it as big as possible."
Right.
Sometimes you just gotta say, as artists and as black folk, because we joan on each other, we roast each other all the time.
But is
then we back at it?
But is that towards keeping your relevance?
It can be. Use it as a tool.
I think the same thing that happened between Monique and what's the dude's name? D.L. Hughley.
D.L. Hughley.
Me personally, I felt like that was staged.
Because it went so smoothly and it went maturely
and it disappeared.
But that's good. That's not, that shows that not only can black folk, we gonna bang with each other, but we also can be civil and we can resolve shit. So when
grown-up
shit
parts
get handled like that, I like to see that. It don't have to be a big spectacle all the time. It don't have to end up in gunfire and we actually such and such talk shit. Like we gonna talk shit. Everybody, we're competitive.
That's what happens at the
barbecue. About it.
That's what happens at the barbecue.
All the time. In the barbecue, in the barbershop, on the basketball court, all the bees. We
all the bees
out here.
All the B's
and C's. You know, I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it kosher for both coasts. And the C's.
All the B's.
B's and the C's.
Buffalo Bills. No, that's Cowboys, man. It's not, no C's.
Listen,
I got your reference.
Yeah, okay.
I got your reference.
That's that.
I got your cuz
speaking voice.
I got your reference, cuz
speaking voice. Look, you got speaking voice.
So, but no,
But yeah.
I'm saying. So the whole thing is allegedly this happened, right?
Right.
But if since it's not proven, putting it out there is doing what to them? Is it damaging their credibility? Because don't you get roasted in the public media spotlight before you get found?
You do, but people go so much harder once they have a focal point. So it's like you can get an attack from everywhere, but if they find that weak point and they start focusing on it, then now that's how they break it down.
Bringing up your whole past, because you know.
Same thing happened with the baby. Same thing happened with Kevin Hart. As soon as there was a chink in the armor, they put pressure right there on that piece.
But see, that's what I want to know. Who was the they?
They changes, and that's what I was going to say earlier. Your haters rotate every day. Somebody's being more of a hater than the other. So they who decide to come at you from this direction or on this particular situation, that is the day. The United States have a day for black folk. The United States have a day for the industry. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
There's a different day every day. So
you know what I feel?
What's that? I just got to work out doing that shit.
Especially with all the backlash.
I'm moving haters around.
Shoulders.
Especially with all
That's
the
gonna be the
backlash
dance.
that Aries Spears is getting right now. If it was just him by himself in this allegation, it would be plastered everywhere. I think he's a little safe because
somebody's bigger than him.
Yeah, I mean, and Tiffany Haddish, she doesn't really have, what I'm saying, people that's like, oh, I hate Tiffany Haddish, blah blah blah. So he's kind of protected right now because to implement him, and she's been named in this, they have to go after her just as hard as they will have to go after him.
So
he's kind of protected
by her or by his own celebrity.
Well, her celebrity
is sufficient. I think his celebrity is sufficient enough to hold his own in this situation.
I absolutely agree, and I'm like, I don't think they're gonna kind of combine it in that way. Like,
but no, they were in the same. They were in the same place.
Nah, I definitely agree with that.
But they don't.
But the allegations came out right on the heel of like the Lizzo thing. So I think like Aries is definitely standing on his own with a lot more hatred in there. Like I think they can separate Tiffany Haddish from it a little bit.
And
just because I guess more so the timing.
They don't have to group it.
So what you're saying? So what you're saying is it's a if anything comes from this, because she was just there for moral support, it's an Aries Spears thing.
Oh, I said it's an Aries Spears thing. That's what I'm saying. It was just like the
Panay
timing
he's
for
protected. But no, go ahead. I'm
think
saying
he is because there's two names. There's R. Kelly was R. Kelly, but because there's two names in there, regardless if you separate them or not, they were both involved in the same situation allegedly.
Yes,
right. But so you can't really separate the two because they were in the situation together.
But you can't say it, at this point. I think it would be safe to say that Tiffany Haddish will have to be protected under Spears because he's got more of the weight on him with the Lizzo thing. Is that what you were saying? Because I heard you. I was trying to hear you. You said you could separate them because Aries Spears is coming off the Lizzo situation. Plus,
he's got the most hatred in this situation.
He's already rolling down the hill. Tiffany Haddish is just getting her name thrown in the shit about it. So she's still at the top of the hill with it. Aries Spears is already rolling because everybody's talking about it.
Like people can definitely separate from that aspect. They're gonna look at it.
So you think that, and if this were to be found that this was a real thing, and it wouldn't damage Tiffany Haddish's career as much as it would damage Aries Spears?
Definitely, I'm not saying it wouldn't damage her career as much. I can't necessarily say that comparison.
Right. That's why I'm saying you can't separate it. That's why. That's the only reason I'm saying that you can't separate it.
Right. Okay. So from that aspect, it's not going to separate. But how the media, because we were talking about more, so the media is going to view it because of how the article came about right on the heels of the Lizzo thing.
Right.
So they're able to separate their hatred, quote unquote, towards Aries, and then it's like Tiffany getting looped in that situation. So allegedly, from what we're seeing so far in that story or that article, they could pick apart like Tiffany's portion of what she allegedly may have or may have not done, and then his part. So it's just like, I think the hatred energy right now was more towards Aries.
But the thing is, in the story, it was a family friend of Tiffany Haddish.
Right.
So she, if you
facilitated it,
she kind of made it what it is. If that's the case, you see what I'm saying?
The connection. I mean,
so the mother is a family friend of Tiffany Haddish who has 2 kids.
Okay.
These 2 kids one was supposed to be doing a film reel for Nickelodeon or whatever, and this is the little boy. The little girl was supposed to be mimicking some kind of something that was showing fellatio.
Okay.
So she kind of taught the little girl. Yeah, she kind of taught the little girl what to do.
Like describe it. This is how you do it to make it as real as possible.
And then Aries
because I'm teaching you how to act this out because it's sexual. I see the sensitivity in it.
Right.
But
so that's what I'm saying. So if it's a movie that comes out,
check this out.
That they're in their head planning for their right.
Yeah.
Because it's about child abuse.
Right.
But they've come out with this movie saying such and such and such.
Right.
What if that was the purpose of it and their script just got canned?
And I mean that can definitely
very well can be the case.
But that's what I'm saying.
If there's an attack on both of them or what they're doing, but this is also going to open up a situation, Panay, you're going to like this one, where they got to consider the character. And because it's a friend of the family and it's Tiffany Haddish, they're going to look at what has Tiffany Haddish's character been for her career.
Right.
So now I'm kind of backing up and backing up Panay now because now Aries Spears is protected under that because they cannot try them separately in this case because Tiffany Haddish was the catalyst for it, like you said.
That's what I'm saying.
So I
That's the point I was making.
I just had to process it in here. You know,
Thank you.
Panay gave y'all the short version. My bad. I gave y'all the Scorpio version.
It's fine because what we did there was we actually was able to go further into the topic.
We engineered it.
Right. So, but that goes into what we were just talking about. And no spoilers. If you hadn't watched it, you just hadn't watched it. But Game of Thrones, right?
House of Dragons.
Right. So this scene where the mother of the king or of the queen to be dies in childbirth, and now the king needs
a new wife
to bring forth an heir.
Right.
Why did it have to be the black man to do that? To present his little girl.
Are you talking about the show?
Okay,
Yeah.
so don't say the black man
You just
because that's a different way outside context of what it is in here.
Two different men did that.
Wait, before y'all go too deep, y'all just see. I was about to give props and shout out to the new culture that don't just go spoiling shit, but you all were definitely about to go 2 episodes, 3 deep in it. I ain't seen shit yet. Are y'all about to have an open discussion about this?
Listen, this is part of the homework he was supposed to be doing.
It's part of the homework he was supposed to be doing.
I'm gonna get my Fire Stick plugged up and watch it.
Go ahead.
But now go ahead. So
I know it was both of them. I know it was both of them, but the older, but the one was older. The other one was closer to the age. of consent back then.
He just wanted to do that in regards to the position of power. So it wasn't more so in relation to his race.
Here we go.
I'm about to say, y'all gotta
goes
give
back
me a
to
quick
power.
Right.
It goes back to power.
But where are we? Are we at the Targaryens? I don't even know how the show started.
It is.
Watch it, my child.
Y'all rude, man. Yeah.
We're talking about someone
I'm gonna give you the Team America little hand. Watch it, my child.
Shout out Team America need another sequel. I swear to God.
Hell yeah.
I ain't never laughed so hard in a movie my whole life.
But no, I feel like because you showed it on TV, it's okay for you to suggest it to the masses.
I mean,
I absolutely agree with you in regards to that, and that's and we're just like, oh, okay, that was just accepted in that time.
I mean, we know George R. Martin got like a little
right. So in the book,
yeah, but it's
incest kink anyway.
It's art
true, but no, but what I'm saying though is, regardless, it was a book first, right?
It was a book first, and even in the books and how, because like even the girl that plays the queen, like the daughter right now, I can't remember her name.
Rhaenyra.
That's it. Like in the books, she's the girl in there, she looks 18, and it's more so like in the books, I want to say she's like 8, 10 when she came into that.
Okay.
And so the one that the king married, like in watching a TV show, like, yeah, she looks like a little 15, 16-year-old. So it's like, oh, okay. But in the books, I want to say she's like 10, 11, 12.
But they can't. There's no way to act that scene out and to be as true to the art. That's what I say is art and the imitation.
Right.
But you're watching, but as a grown man watching this grown man have this adult conversation with this 15, 16-year-old, you see what's happening on the show. You see it forming.
Right.
Yeah.
It's okay for that.
I mean, you
because of how it's presented,
but they can't fully. No, I think they will draw a line. Like they're not gonna. That's almost saying like you can't fully expose the atrocities and how violent stuff was to a certain extent. So I don't think they would do that.
Listen, you gotta watch it.
That right after this break.
I know they was rugged on it.
So now we gotta find D Ruggs and Smokey.
I know, right? Something tell me these joints gonna come in handy though.
Yo, you notice this van behind us? It's been behind us for about a block.
I think that's the van.
I don't know, but them niggas creeping hard.
Yo, fuck that.
Yo, what the fuck was that?
Man, fuck that. Niggas getting snatched by black vans and shit. I ain't taking no chances. Won't have me in some damn concentration camp and no shit.
Well, nigga, if we could have got any clues, you sure fucked that up.
Man, fuck that. Let's just hurry up and get to my crib so we can link up with LJ and Roscoe.
Hi, I'm Jeff Jones of Glory Lead Detailing. I've been coming to Jaegers now for over 10 years. The products here are awesome. It has helped to really build my business, sustain my business, and help me provide customers with great products such as heavy-duty interior, the Jaegers tire dressing, the wash and wax, the all-purpose cleaner, the high-gloss dressing. All is great. The customer service here is great. Al Carter, the owner, he's helped to actually strengthen me as an entrepreneur, help build me, give me pointers. So I thank Jaegers as an institution to help build entrepreneurs like myself at Glory Lead Detailing.
And if you guys aren't over to make it to the store, we'll be looking forward to you on the road. Service in Olive, Georgia. See you soon.
Say, well, we didn't get money from the movie,
right?
But what we did is get an opportunity to bring up some bullshit allegations.
And we're back.
And we're jumping in it.
So have y'all seen the movie Kids?
I have no legs.
I have no legs.
No, I cannot recall.
All right, so this movie is set between like maybe 95, 96.
Movie?
That's not a scary movie.
Okay.
Well, technically it is a scary movie.
You guys
No, I haven't seen it.
like Pennywise was about to jump up out
I've
the door.
never seen those movies.
Yeah,
no, but Kids isn't a scary movie, but
it's like a documentary.
Or is it?
No, it's not a scary movie. It's a
What genre?
coming of age of.
What genre is it in?
Let me look it up.
Reality.
Not reality. Don't say reality. That makes it scarier.
Let me look it up because that's a good
That's
question.
one genre I be staying away
what kind of
from.
movie is that? Kids, a Rotten Tomatoes classic.
Kids.
It's a drama indie film.
Yeah, drama.
1995 is when it came.
Yeah, 95 or
Is
96.
it like Chainsaw Massacre, like drama?
No, it's not a scary movie.
That wasn't a scary movie.
Hold on, look. Let me give you the synopsis on it.
Synopsis.
Okay.
Quest.
I'm in
to your left.
My man's. I'm in Wikipedia. Kids is a 1995 American coming-of-age drama film directed by Larry Clark and written by Harmony Korine.
Harmony. Is that a
the name? Harmony Korine.
Could we assume that this is a woman?
Harmony Star.
Harmony Korine. Could we assume that that's a woman?
I'm gonna click on it and say nope. It's a gentleman.
That's why I was asking. So it is a man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
He looks kind of like Bob Saget and.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. And what's my man name from The Good Son?
Macaulay Culkin.
Not the other one.
I don't know his name. I know who you're talking about though.
Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
Elijah Wood. Shout out Elijah Wood. He a legend.
I dig him.
Yeah.
That's Frodo, ain't it?
Yeah, that's Frodo.
He could have said
Absolutely
Frodo.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So,
Kids.
right. I was getting you synapse. Right.
Kids. Uh-huh.
All right. Boom. Okay. Dawson and other newcomers portray a group of teenagers in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
They are characterized as hedonists. Who engage who engage in sexual acts and substance abuse throughout the course of a single day.
Okay.
Kids. So this is 1995.
Kids.
Right.
So now, mind you, kids. The one kid, I think his name is Tully. Tully is on the hunt for all virgins. That's all he wants is virgins.
How old is he?
I don't know. He's skipping school. Oh no, he's not because this is the summertime.
Okay.
But he's up there. He's not young.
I mean, he's like older.
He's like older.
A boy
the
named
age range?
Tully. A boy named Tully and a 12-year-old girl are kissing on the bed with no adults around.
Yes.
Tully, who is a few years older.
Who's filming this? Is my point now.
He's a few years older, so that means he's 15. The 12-year-old girl. It's saying he's a few years older, so Tully is 15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who's filming this?
Mm-hmm. Does it make it bad for film?
You know, that's the same thing with that show Cuties that was on
yeah,
Netflix. You know, the movie itself was, I mean, it was about the little girls. It was about them dancing, and it was a lot of suggestive stuff. But I threw more at the director of photography and the director itself, because they were the ones that did all those shots, all those close-ups and stuff that they put in the film.
And they're watching and they're saying, no,
It's fucking weird, man.
do it again. No, I didn't like the way that looked. It didn't look realistic. And you're saying this about little kids. Somebody filmed that.
Right.
Right, so that's what they experience, like in the coaching aspect, but it's the filming. Like he said, like I agree, like it's the shot placements. Like you don't have to zoom in on little kids' butts, but like in that little culture world of cheerleading and gymnasts, and like that's really how they look. Like it is a lot of makeup, a lot of looking older, but more of like a polished look, like a pageant type of look. For
I
these
get all that, but
No.
and kids,
and kids,
They were kids.
no, they were.
It was kids.
They were
acting in
without
the movie.
no makeup. They rugged looking. Like they even looked like they was on drugs. Like they literally was really smoking in the house. Like they was smoking blunts in the house.
It was
Drinking
the full
40s.
I mean, yeah, I haven't seen the movie. I haven't seen the movie.
Who's filming it? And they let it get onto media.
Yeah.
And they
but-
put that out.
Right.
So what I'm saying is it because it's on TV? Is it acceptable because it's widespread and everybody knows about it? Because
In that way.
alleging.
Let me tell you why it's
Yeah.
accepted. Because everybody got paid.
It's accepted because
Somebody-
everybody got paid, and then it appeals to the masses because it's somebody's story. It's somewhere. It's happened somewhere in real life.
Right,
It just
of course,
wasn't.
and it was just it was their film experience. Like imagine
Right.
kids at the Art Institute saying, "Hey, we want to make our own independent film," and they have the resources to go do it. They had the resources to shoot this movie. Again, it could have been adults who were shooting it, but they had to get kids because they didn't have a budget for makeup to make them look young.
So can you go back to the Harmony dude and see how old Harmony is now? Because I want to know how old this adult was around them.
Harmony Korine, born 73, January 4th.
So in 1970, so in 1995, he's in his 20s. He's 22.
He's close enough to the age
10
of
years
teenagers.
old. He's 10 years older than the 12-year-old who's being made out with by the 15-year-old.
Yes, but he was depicting what was going on around. Because again, he's the 20-year-old, so he can fund it. He has the money. He has the car to get around the cash. Hey, we going to shoot a film. I have the camera. I need y'all to act.
All right.
Look, morally, yes.
It's not when you see it.
It's
Like
raw footage though, and it's artful footage because it wasn't like he made all this footage and he got it stocked up somewhere. Now, if you want to investigate him and go bum rush his spot and see if he got a whole bunch of child porn lying around somewhere, then yeah, now we having a different conversation. But nobody's come and said anything and complained because everybody got paid. So when you get paid, like you were saying earlier with Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish, the movie didn't come out. Whatever they were back
that was a what if. We don't know what that was.
No,
but it was a reel. It was supposed to be a reel for them.
But it's definitely, it can line up with what can be going on. Because why else would these two kids later on come out and say this shit happened back then?
Financial gain.
Money. Exactly. They didn't. The movie didn't come out. We never seen them acting this out. I ain't never seen no movie with Tiffany Haddish directed by her and Aries Spears that came out and had two kids acting out a kissing scene with a sandwich. Never seen it. Don't know what happened.
I never even heard their names associated together.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Until right now.
That's what I'm saying. So now somebody has picked an opportunity to take advantage of this system. Because again, checks and balances is not only on the top side. It's not just the people on. You got some good people at the higher ups or in positions of power who are being responsible with that
power.
With that power.
Right.
But then you also got people who are on the bottom who are trying to misuse the system to come up. Now, not to say that, hey, they might have felt some type of trauma. I'm not dismissing their trauma, but I'm like, y'all gonna come at them like this about this? Y'all obviously was in the room with them. What's the phone call? Hey, can we get back on track or something, or whatever the case may be? But then you got to look at it's so much business and stuff with that. So again, if you want to exploit
8 years ago, what's Tiffany's career 8 years ago? Where is she at 8 years ago?
With Kevin Hart working her way up.
Listen, she had a career. It just wasn't as mainstream.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So if she was doing this, would it be fair to say that Aries Spears was bigger than her in that moment?
Yeah, he was.
Which is why he could ask her to come over and be like, "Yo, I need you to do such and such and such."
Right. He's a more household name. He was more household name at that time.
Right. So now that she's where she's at, and it's a friend of the family who's asking for. They're saying this is shakedown. That's exactly what they're saying this is.
It can be, right?
Because if 8 years ago she ain't had a bread, excuse me, but she paid them $100 for what they did.
Right.
Now that Tiffany Haddish is a more mainstream name, this is something that could just be coming back around because now, you got big bread.
Right.
And they didn't benefit off of the big bread that you got.
More is going to come out because, I mean, everybody's still at the front. Everybody's still at the front of the story. So once information come out and people start interviewing them, because again, it can be a shakedown, or again, it could be a play off their celebrity. Because again, them just mentioning this is now everybody around the world wants their story. Everybody, what you said, Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish did this, and then you on Aries Spears' ass.
Just like Panay said, I didn't even know them two was in cahoots at any point in time. I never heard their name together before.
They wasn't, but somebody has been in the room with both those two.
Exactly.
Somebody has been in the room with them dudes and was it Dead Eye or something like that. Somebody was in the room at the same time. Listen, the business that was going on wasn't that business.
Yeah, because he said it was something different.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He said, I know we on the same page, but that was.
Moody, you could have put a hand up.
Nah.
You're supposed to have been a part of that.
Right. Well, you should have missed out on the whole Trinity. Thank you.
Power up.
Okay. We're going to give you a mushroom later on.
Thank you.
Her seat was low.
Are we there though?
Yeah.
Since you said that, can I go there?
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
And I'm not immune from the consequences of it.
No, I mean there's no consequences. I mean, unless your intentions is the key.
No, it's the facts is the facts. Yeah, the facts is the facts.
The facts is the facts.
Right. And I did something that I said I'll never do, and now I'm gone. The facts. But the fact of that is, when you are accused or a part of an accusation, when you know it's not what it is, it does make you feel some kind of way.
Right.
Because we were being used to sign other groups.
This is true.
We were being used to sign other groups, and we didn't know this was happening, but this is what they're spinning the story to other people as. So I understand the spin. So I don't know if this is spin because I'm not in their life like that.
Right.
But if this is the spin to get something, who's spinning this story? Is it the mother
of the
two kids,
I mean,
or is it the kids spinning the story?
I mean, unless
8
there's
years
footage,
ago,
yeah, because the
kids
mother.
were however old they were at that time, and now
And they watched Tiffany Haddish blow up, and
right.
I mean,
so it could be either or.
It could be the kids though. That's what I'm saying, because the kids was in the room with him, and the mother. I mean, excuse me, that'd be terrible if the mother is in that type of pursuit. But I just don't see that type of story come from. It got to come from the kids, as far as either they really feel like some shit went down, or they finally wisened up and got a little older, where they see certain shit out here can get
I
you.
don't want to say wisened up. That will tie to your other point you just made. Like they didn't get paid for it.
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole
Just
thing.
Like, so I remember this acting thing that I went through when I was younger, but you know, everybody didn't know that. So it was just my own personal experience that I went through.
Right. We didn't get paid for it. Oh, now she's doing great. And now that I see that I can be Trump, this can be a reason why I don't do certain shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a lot to have to do in an active position to be all intimate. You're young. A lot of kids have problems with and anxiety with being that intimate. So yeah. So again, if they're being forced, and it's Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears over them, like, kiss that sandwich. You better kiss that sandwich. Then now I can see where the oppression comes from it, because it's like that's a lot to deal with as a kid. Period.
Yeah, because you're introducing something to them that have no knowledge of.
No knowledge of. And they're
knowledge.
uncomfortable. I mean, it's as uncomfortable as peeing yourself in front of the whole gym class. You know what I'm saying? That is something that will travel with a kid and alter what they're doing. But what I'm saying is, nowadays age, these kids, they can get their licks back, or they can get some type of compensation, or put themselves in a situation where they can go on and say, you know what, I'm a victim of trauma. I need you to pay attention to me and help me through this situation.
So can we,
which is good.
Can we file suit against Deadeye? Because I'm traumatized.
Or defamation of character and erroneous statements.
Yeah,
we can, but we'll have to.
That's a civil suit.
We'll definitely have to be very, very hurt. I would have to dig down deep into those feelings, and then I'll need some time, and it just had to be frustrated. I had to tell them how my music career ain't really take off because there was these lies, and I had to go out and work minimum wage, and then I would have to depict that. I think Paramortal could shoot that movie.
Absolutely could.
Then I got with different group members and did open mics and traveled across the country. Like, it can really be something, but I would have to sell that. Because again, it's not just that everybody can relate to the story, but somebody needs to be entertained at the same time.
Oh, but it would definitely be entertained. If they watch that story, it would definitely
be off the hook. Y'all think The Last Airbender was a movie? Wait till I get my budget. I want to make the first black epic journey, like how Lord of the Rings is.
Yeah.
I got a script for you, Tyler. Holla at me. I know you got the space for this. We can do this shit bigger than
Lord of the
Rings. That's what I'm talking about. I want to see a whole bunch of Negroes just chaos in the middle, moves and people flashing and shit like that. Smoke, we on. I'm telling you, it's called Conquering the Ruckus. It was said here now. I got the whole script written.
Is it written or is it in your head?
It's in my head.
Okay.
It is written though.
Yeah, that's a Nas album.
Jay-Z don't write.
Do we know that?
Nope.
Do we? Because
I just thought about that last week. I was like, it's easy as an artist. You can see how you can get away with cheating and claiming you don't write, because it's so much work that we do off site. Even if you write in your head or whatever, at some point in time, you got to write something. You got to
gotta be some videos
Every
out
single
there.
one of these. I'm talking
You gotta
about
voice
he's
record
got
something.
how many albums?
About that. Check this out.
That's so
Like they say, like because they said that about Big and Jay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like with Jay, we know for a fact he wrote for Dr. Dre. So at some point he does write.
Yeah.
Because he wrote Still a DRE. Now, I know 4 people personally who watched Biggie write 2 different Notorious Thugs verses. So
write them.
Oh,
yeah.
with pencil
Sat
and paper.
there and wrote them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Went with the second one. So
Yeah.
like I think that comes from different people with different stories. Because sometimes, I mean, certain niggas, you know what I'm saying, write like hell. I've written and knew my shit to the point where I didn't need my shit in the booth. You know what I mean? And just recorded it off.
But that's
like,
what I'm saying.
Like, right. I've written.
Anybody can do that.
I've written a verse when I was working with Delta one time as a flight attendant. I couldn't get paper because that ding button was going off. Ding, ding. And, I always had music in my head, but you want to write some shit down. There was no time to write it. And I got so frustrated, I think, at the end of the flight because I was going off in my head. And I was like, the bars was tough, but I couldn't remember nothing. I said, I have to figure out how to do this and do this. So I started repeating bars. I had a whole 48 bars that I remembered. And that's the only time that I know it, I could spit it. But doing that for albums, no.
But that's what I'm saying. For all that, all of the thought process to that, because what are you doing in that? You're connecting thoughts,
right?
Which while you're connecting thoughts, you have things to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Plus, I don't think just writing is only pen and paper either. Like say with Wayne, for instance, he'll go in the booth and freestyle 4 bars and stop, and you know what I'm saying, and then let somebody punch him in later when he comes up with a better 4 bars. You know what I mean? Like.
But then,
that's still writing.
I seen a post from a producer saying that now the engineers are the pen and the paper because how rappers are rapping, and I'm like, I mean, I get it, but to go back to what Busta Rhymes said,
engineers
you cannot be top 10 if your shit ain't inked. You cannot be top 10. You cannot even be mentioned in greatest lyricist or greatest rapper. I mean, you could be an entertainer.
But I guess I wanted to put that point up because
I mean, some niggas write on their phone.
What Smoke just said is, no, you don't write it, but words appearing as a closed caption of capturing my voice is writing.
Yeah.
He's right.
Yeah.
It's writing.
Yeah.
So you have written.
You're
you
right.
just haven't wrote on a sheet of paper, right?
Yeah, but it's a different criteria because again, that's trying to dismiss all the hard work.
No, it's not dismissing.
It's
definitely not,
but it's devaluing.
But it can't devalue because it is what it is now.
Okay, you seen 36 Chambers, right?
I have.
Kung Fu movie.
Yes.
Shout out Wu-Tang also. But you seen the movie. He went to become a monk and a disciple. He didn't even go to become a disciple.
Him out.
They right. He was doing chores. The whole time he was doing chores, they didn't give him a fast track. They didn't say, oh, okay, well, because you're in dire need and you're on the run and need help, we're going to automatically make you a monk. You got to prove yourself. Writing is proving yourself.
Yo, y'all are artists. We got 10 minutes left in the show. You know what I'm saying? Why don't y'all give the people a little something? You down?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Y'all are artists.
Busy.
Moda, you got bars.
No, I don't.
Let's do it.
Have no bars.
Hey, just another day, it's the same. People walk around, but they really is lame. Talking about how they so deep in the game and they smoking the chain, gonna end up in chains. Better start using your brain. I ain't hating, I'm just spitting with aim. This specifically for whoever be thinking I'm playing. Have you walk around with your shirt leaking the stain? You think you bold, power up with the saying, but I really am saying the streets in the jungle be real. It's not the type of jungle you build. This jungle will kill. Either have you out trying to get close to the steel or shoot your baby moms like you was Bill, and it really is ill. So I'm playing for the real to survive. I ain't trying to write a will cause I ain't willing to die. When I'm gone, my soul will be deep in the sky. So for Quran, don't be leaking the cry. I'm telling you that I lived, nigga.
Woo.
Off the dome.
Okay.
Off the dome.
I'm supposed to top it.
Well, you can sandwich the bitch. What you gonna do?
Alright, where we at though?
Getting busy though.
Yeah.
We get busy though. Shake it one, we get busy though. Yep, it's time to get busy though. Come on, time to get
busy though.
Yeah. How you get busy, Joe?
Yo, slow is the garage door to open. The world welcomes the chosen few with outstretched arms. What are we supposed to do? But grab life by the horns and dodge them haters while we riding out. Y'all Holly starring like bad alternators. Ain't no spark in your plug, no burn in your battery. You mad cause we over the salary cap. The facts of life, we getting fat like Natalie. While y'all on South Beach with Dr. Atkins count calories. Watching your cars while we humming our carburetor. Squad in the car breathing harder than Darth Vader. Lanes like crossfader in the hands of your DJ. Moving faster than stolen fossil watches on eBay. Committing southern sin under this southern sunshine. Deep tokes of potent weed smoke provoked the broken mind to a deeper train of thinking. Aftershock here to free you niggas, call me Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln, it's time to start thinking. I stopped with the liquor for the slow drinking. Now I'm getting minking, that be that soft cash. Trying to find a chick that's filled with a soft ass. Like the mashed potatoes, we build them high like Kratos. You know I knock it out, I'm trying to be a whole tornado. Yeah. Down in Florida, we making it, keeping it out of order. I'm all over the border, eyes closed, I'm out of this thing like Deodora. Who is that? Call for my shorty, it's me, Amora. Put your foot to the floor or smashing around the corner. Who wanna see this nigga? Come talk to me, Tom Joyner. Warner Brothers, Warner Brother. If you come to nigga, I'ma touch you quick and smother brothers, nigga. Off the top of the head, don't write it down. It's something just for you to bob and ride around to the town. We get down, run the beat back. I open it up, shit you like a Kit Kat. And I skit scat and I pit pat. Hand on the wallet, you don't want all these fit facts. We spit facts, it's them dudes. Come on. Think different managers minds, we in the mood. My nigga Concrete Rose pushing all of the buttons. Go ahead, move to jump on the motherfucker, might say something.
Wait, that's the freestyle. I don't do those.
That one was all off the top.
I know it was.
Off the top.
I speak right and speak like I've been doing this. When I'm dipping through your street lights, break the rules, no green lights. It's all red. Step to the mic, spit a free light. Seeing your head is the shrink, right? Cold water on your privates. I'm general, your genitals are sheep like pirate. Download music for free, right? Digital iPod, they pay the fee, right? Pay me right now. I demand lost wages and back pay at a Moss gauge pump to put a hole in your backstage is set. Background back cave with a bat, cave your head with a bat slave. I'm just that brave, Atlanta's finest. Decatur to Stone Mountain's highness. East side rider, if you lost, rewind it. If you can't connect with clarity, music was therapy. I'm Rock Him, this beat is Eric B. And there will never be a dude sicker or quicker with it than Shaka A-Shot Canty. It can't be this easy, can it?
Boy,
word up. We got one more. We got Smoke the Immortal by
Put smoke on.
Come on with it. I can't wait.
We got one more. I thought he was about to spit something.
I'm excited.
Y'all can freestyle.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We in the get busy room right now. We having church right now. It's ceremonies. We get busy.
I don't freestyle that well. I write better. Like I don't talk to motherfuckers well. I fight better. 1984, May 16, possessed the vessel of a baby boy. It made the angels hate me more. I don't know what they take me for. I don't know. I just lost it, but keep on going. I keep on flowing until the fucking bone in my neck is showing. The tech is blowing to the inside of your neck is showing. You niggas with no neck like Esther rolling. Good times, easily they go bad. Put some heat in your ass. Why the fuck would I compete with these fags? Come on. Nah, I'm just...
Let's go.
No doubt.
Yeah.
That's how we doing that furthermore.
Hey, man. Cut it out. Open the door.
What?
I wasn't ready. But that was fun.
Go ahead, put him to test. Is he worthy of all the press? Is he worthy of the newcomers or veterans at his best? A rapper with platinum status, medallions upon his chest. Or a vocal with much artistry with some audible sex.
Come on.
My bad, I had to release the... take some time with these lines and let my mind drag. Damn, yeah, y'all can go ahead.
No, you need to stop that and allow them to hear that on Moi.
That's on Moi Soul Q.
Moi?
That's drunken style beatboxing.
Moi Soul
Q. Nah, that was on Kyo Shindo, actually.
I know that was, I'm saying, but we're looking forward to...
Oh, Moi Soul Q?
Yes.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry, man. I know I done told y'all.
He playing.
That shit was supposed to come out last year.
He
I know.
playing.
Look, I just got artist excuses like I've been having to work and create businesses for other streams of income because I don't do well.
Wait, you did, but wait, there was something in there you just said that was very pivotal to this whole thing that we're doing right now.
What's that?
Create your own business. Did I hear you say that?
Yeah, been creating my own business for another revenue stream, so I don't have to go and clock in for anybody.
I know that's
I'm
right.
saying it's good. Get your paper as long as you're making your paper. Make your paper.
Shameless plug. Go ahead and give.
Ain't no shameless plug.
Oh yeah,
Plug
shout
it.
out Hyperclear Pool Services. I be out there like this.
Hyperclear Pool Services.
Clear with a K.
He
Clear with
carried
a
a pool
K.
pole.
The pool is
with
in
him?
the car. The pole in the car.
The pole in the car.
The pole in the
The
pole in the
pole.
car.
No, and from Massachusetts, the pole in the car.
Somebody said to me one day. Somebody asked me one day, "You clean pools in the Charger?" I said, "No, ma'am. I clean the pool in the pool." At the pool. I had to get one of them in. Is that a dad joke?
That was a
That's a
really.
dad
That would be the funniest shits I ever heard. What did the They start knocking shit over. Y'all seen them on TikTok?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think I'm an avid TikTok watcher.
Real talk. That's how my uncle, rest in peace.
TikTok definitely expands your mind to some stuff.
Kenneth Newsom, he laughed like that for real. I heard him laugh like that when I was 7.
Like Count Dracula.
It's just like that.
Hilarious.
And be tickled like a motherfucker. I'm saying it was the funniest thing ever.
Hey, here we go. Dad joke. I got this from a young lady.
Okay.
She said, "Where do dads get their dad jokes from?"
From where?
The database.
Thank you. He needed the extended motherfucking drumstick on that.
Man, I giggled when she said it. I was lost. I wasn't ready.
Database.
Because she's like 14. Like,
Aww.
yeah. She was like, and she came up to me so seriously, like, where do dads get their dad jokes from? I was like, I create mine. She was like, the database. It's like, wait.
Oh, okay, so it was funny because, like, because it was a little girl telling you a joke.
That's hilarious.
No, it wasn't because it was a little girl telling me. It was
Yeah,
because I
little
thought she was
chuckle.
asking me a serious question. Because I'd send I send dad jokes and text messages.
Muda saying she'd be like, "Girl, if you don't get off my phone talking about that."
No, my nieces did that. Like, she does the knock jokes.
You don't like them?
No, they're so cute.
Why are they cute? Because she's a little girl.
She's like, knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow.
No.
I didn't want to do it. I knew that one. I knew that
Maybe
one.
like the ones I've already heard, but it's just coming from her. It's just so cute.
She coming hot with them.
Shout out to the little kid on TikTok who's on the corn. You seen the corn kid?
Cone.
Cone? You still ain't seen Cone kid?
Cone. Hey, I'm laughing internally about it because I don't know how to laugh
I done
externally
had
about it
Cone
yet.
twice this week.
I don't know if to feel like they trying to peg him as a Sambo or
Listen,
what.
Ain't no Sambo.
Little buddy got paid from Chipotle.
Oh, good. Then yep, he in there.
That's
Never
what
mind.
I'm saying. The
Cone on.
commercial is: do you
Cone
want
on.
beans? Nope. Do you want sour cream? No. Do you want guacamole? Nope. You want lettuce? Nope. Corn? Yes, Cone.
Yo, shout out to you guys, man. Thanks for the
He better Cone on with his bad self.
for the spontaneous lyricism.
No, you did that.
Yeah.
You don't shout us out. You did that. Shout you out.
And ain't spit shit.
I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. You know,
they say-
producer role.
They say-
Producer role. Maybe next time.
you gotta be ready.
Producer role.
Yeah.
What you produced?
That track.
You produced that track?
Absolutely.
You already know that was
Oh,
Kermit.
no, I didn't hear the Paradigm Pandemic on there.
Yeah.
He didn't put the tag on it.
Normally, everything got a paradigm.
How dare you how?
Man, I knew it was
You
him.
how?
Come on, man. I was there when he made it.
Oh, okay.
I was there when he made it.
So you selling tickets?
How dare you?
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
no, I was just.
that was a good. I didn't know who beat it was. I like that. That was good acting. Did you learn that in the school of Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears? Perhaps.
You know what? Black
Did you have to
people,
eat any
they don't
glizzy,
say it.
sir? Was you glizzy trained in there? I heard them talking about. Listen, I heard them talking about. Somebody said something on the radio talking about how it is so unmasculine to eat a hot dog and how it's just so oppressive.
Glizzy?
Yeah, that's what they calling eating hot dogs now.
Glizzy.
Yeah.
Glizzy.
I know.
He said, "Oh,
He
great."
said pause. Pause, granddad.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Nigga, you gay.
Right.
thank you for tuning in.
but,
We'll
what
see you
is-
next week.
But what is the glizzy?
Hot dog.
But that's what they.
Yeah. Furthermore. Check. Come on. Take a moment, reflect, we just gave you an earful. They breaking down the blocks while we build with some ill tools. Over the hill views while we charging the battle. Time is over the limit, critical with your cattle. Casual, curious content, change for your nonsense, raw thoughts. Furthermore, no drooling, no vomit. View it, farm it, we invite you to with the comments. Till the next time, take the share button and harm it, yeah.